Hey everybody, welcome back to the Skookum Report. I'm Bob, and today I have 4 short encounter stories for you. These are from Bobbie's shorts material, and I'd like to thank her friends and family once again for allowing me to have them on the Skookum Report. The first three are very short, and then there's one that's a little bit longer than the other 3, but they're still interesting encounter stories. This was in the Washington Post-Potomac magazine in October of 1977. This was northeast of Baltimore, Maryland. The article refers to a series of sightings near White Marsh in the swamps around Bird River. Richard and Elva Stewart, the only ones specified, were cutting brush near a grove of trees when they heard branches breaking and smelled an odor like swamp water. Then they saw something about 8 feet tall with 2 red eyes as they ran away. That's all that was said in that one. And the second one is from East Texas. And it says, through the years there have been many sightings in my neck of the woods. I live near the Texas-Louisiana-Arkansas state borders in East Texas. In fact, my best friend of 35 years saw a Sasquatch near our location here in East Texas about 36 years ago. My interest in the subject stems mainly from his experience. We are both avid hunters and spend quite a bit of time in the remote river bottoms of East Texas. We have a 1,000-acre hunting lease on the Sabine River near the small town of Logansport, Louisiana. On the lease tract adjacent to our property on the northern border, a hunter had a hair-raising experience some 12 years ago. It was said that he had shot a deer that was picked up by a Sasquatch before he could even reach it. He and his father-in-law followed the blood trail until they were frightened away by threatening noises. This third one is from Butte County, California. Saturday, the 22nd of January, 2000. A large creature, 8 to 9 feet tall, very hairy, and whose face glowed with a reddish hue, and it was also dark outside, broke 6-inch round limbs, seeming to be a warning for unknown reasons. It was with a smaller creature, a baby, who appeared 3 nights in a row, seen near Bald Rock, which is located east of Oroville, California, in Butte County. That's California. And his name was Ken Doty, who wrote that. This one's just a little bit longer. And this is from Humboldt County in California, Eureka, California. I actually found this website by quite a bit of accident while doing labor market research on veterinarians in California for a graduate course. Go figure. Anyways, it seems a great time to share my experience. I must say I've spent my life very traumatized by the thought of Bigfoot since I grew up in the woods outside of Eureka, California, but at the same time that fear has always been mixed with curiosity. Anyways, it was during the night about 15 years ago. A storm was getting ready to kick up, and it hadn't started raining yet, but the thunder and lightning was kicking up something fierce. That's what woke me up. The room was dark except for when the lightning would brighten up outside periodically. We lived in a trailer home, and the bottom of my bedroom window was about 8 feet off the outside ground. I thought I heard a scream-like sound outside, and automatically my imagination started racing. Then the lightning flashed again, and I saw a shadow outside my window. The light was only for a second, but it was shaped like shoulders and a head. A minute later, the lightning flashed again, and I saw the same silhouette. It was dark and hairy, which made the features difficult to make out, especially in the dark. The lightning flashed a third time, and the silhouette was gone. But I knew it was a Bigfoot. There was no way it could have been a person because the window was so high off the ground, and no man around that area was 9 feet plus tall. Plus, there was so much hair. That scream I heard earlier was exactly the way I've read the description of some of the sounds in some of the books that I've read. Of course, my parents didn't believe me when I ran screaming into their room. That's where I stayed for the rest of the night. And the next morning when we went outside to look for tracks, the ground was so destroyed from the rainstorm that had eventually come the night before, it was impossible to tell if there was any tracks present. I know what I saw, even if no one ever believed me, and it feels really good to know I'm sharing this story with other people who will believe me. But I think I'd be happy if I never saw Bigfoot again in my life. However, the best of luck to those of you who are looking, as long as you intend to let them live in peace, somewhere far away from me. And her name was Marcy Honestay from Eureka, California. And that's the Skookum report for today. And if any of you have had an encounter or have a Bigfoot story that you'd like to get on the show, just shoot it over to me in an email at skookumreport@gmail.com. That's skookumreport@gmail.com. I'll be sure to get it on the show for you. Anyway, y'all take care and God bless, and I'll see you again next time on the Skookum Report. Thanks.